At Palmetto State Armory, we've dedicated ourselves to providing responsible citizens with the freedom to protect themselves and their loved ones. For over a decade, we've been manufacturing top-quality American-made components and assembling them in Columbia, South Carolina, so that you can purchase them directly from us, either in stores or online at PalmettoStateArmory.com. We're committed to offering you the best, most reliable equipment you can count on. We invite you to visit us today and see what makes us different. Palmetto State Armory, American-made for life.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is always just around the corner waiting for your call. We come when it's convenient for you, not when it's convenient for us. When you want junk to disappear, all you have to do is point. We make space for possibilities.
Palmetto State Armory, American-made for life.
From the Alec stage at Sony Picture Studios, this is Jeopardy! Today's contestants, a student from Cambridge, Massachusetts, Kelly Sway, a professor of English from Hartford, Connecticut, Katie Hornacki, and our returning champion, an attorney originally from South Charleston, West Virginia, Matt Massey, whose 3-day cash winnings total $79,800. Here he is, the host of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. Welcome to Jeopardy. For the first time in his 3 appearances with us, Matt Massey needed a correct response yesterday in Final Jeopardy to secure the win, and he got it. Will Friday the 13th prove unlucky for Matt, or will he claim his 4th victory today? Katie and Kelly might have some thoughts on that. Good luck, players. Let's see what categories await you in the Jeopardy round. First, we have places in world history. After that, book tours. Followed by When I Grow Up, I Want to Be. Then Die Hard. Describing the Olympic event. And finally, final word.
With
the letters A-L. Matt, what first?
Let's go with places.
We'll just say for 1,000. All the deal is double. You know what? I'm going to bet 1,000.
You don't have any winnings yet, Matt, but you can wager up to $1,000.
I'll wager 1,000.
Here's your clue. Places in world history. After an 1885 siege, the Mahdists slaughtered the British defenders of this city at the junction of the Blue and White Niles.
What's Khartoum?
What is Khartoum?
Khartoum is correct.
Yes!
Places
we'll just say for 800.
At the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, 72-year-old Field Marshal Blucher commanded the forces of this German kingdom.
What's Prussia?
Matt.
What is Prussia?
Yes.
Prussia. We'll just say for 600.
In 1683, Polish King John III Sobieski led a multinational force relieving a siege of this Central European city by the Ottomans.
What's Vienna?
Matt.
What is Vienna?
That's right.
Places we'll just say for 400.
Dorothy McKibben, the gatekeeper of this New Mexico City where the Manhattan Project was based, wasn't told what was being built there.
What's Los Alamos?
Where's Los Alamos?
Right.
Book tours for 800.
800.
In Search of America, this author grabbed his poodle and took off for some travels with Charlie in 1962.
What's Steinbeck?
What's Steinbeck?
That's him.
Let's do
we'll just say for
Defying
200.
Portugal in 1822, on the banks of the Ipiranga River, Pedro I declared this country's independence.
What's Brazil?
What's Brazil?
Yeah.
Book tours for 1,000.
The title of this Terry McMillan novel refers to Ms. Payne, a divorced 42-year-old woman.
What's how Stella got her groove back?
What is How Stella Got Her Groove Back?
That's the
Book tours for 600.
Book tours for 600.
This title character of Kid Lit got to Earth all the way from asteroid B612.
What's the Little Prince?
Matt.
What is the Little Prince?
Book tours for 400.
Book tours for?
The narrator of this 50s book was filled with dreams of what I'd do in Chicago, in Denver, and then finally in San Fran.
What's On the Road?
What is On the Road?
Yeah.
Let's do final words 1,000.
Fireworks for
You
1,000.
dip a bit into philosophical vocabulary when you call something this kind of threat to the survival of a person or a country.
What's existential?
What is existential?
That's good for 1,000.
Can we do Describing the Olympic Event for 800?
Easily confused
Olympic
with a body
events for
part.
800.
Row, row, row your boat with an oar in each hand.
What's
What
skull?
is Sculling?
Yeah,
What's
that's right.
scully?
Book tours for 200.
Chapter 2
Book
of the
tours for
Cervantes
200.
classic is Treats of the First Sally, the ingenious title guy, made from home.
Was that quick sold?
What's Don Quixote?
Yes.
Was Quixote?
What's
Die hard for that 1,000.
This game, named for a Tanzanian island, gives you 3 dice and 20 chips. Lose all your chips and you're the winner.
Was Zanzibar?
What is Zanzibar?
Good for 1,000.
Why was 800?
Words, 800.
A topical medication like myconazole for combating athlete's foot.
Was antifungal?
Ooh. Never mind.
Doesn't have it. Katie.
What's an antifungal?
You're right, yes.
Final
Why
word
was 600?
It describes a government composed of 2 legislative chambers.
Was bicameral?
What is bicameral?
The camera is correct. All 3 of you are off to a
Take a
great
first
start.
commercial
I
break.
almost hate to slow your roll, but we need to take a quick break.
Sandals made of Caribbean.
Kelly Tsui is a student from Cambridge, Massachusetts, with a sweet tooth. But you like your sweets homemade, right?
Yes. So I grew up with a huge sweet tooth, but my parents basically use our oven as just like storage. So it was up to me to take it in my own hands, and now I basically make everything from scratch. I make my own ice cream. I bake birthday cakes for all my friends. I even had a bake sale at school where I baked 150 cookies from my dorm kitchen, which was kind of not the best idea, but really enjoyable.
Right, dorms don't have the best kitchen,
No.
right? 150
Ours actually has 2
cookies.
ovens, so you can do double the work.
That's perfect. Sounds like you'd be a great dorm mate to have. Welcome. Kate Kornacki is a professor of English from Hartford, Connecticut. And you've got a 3-year-old daughter at home, right?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Tell us about her.
So, her name is Anne Jerusha, named for her 2 grandmothers, and she's basically been growing up with Jeopardy. So I nursed her for the first, a little over a year of her life, and that became our ritual every night, where I'd sit down in front of the TV with her and we'd watch Jeopardy.
Does she associate the music with getting a good meal?
I think a little bit now.
It's a Pavlovian thing
Yeah,
now?
exactly.
I love that. That's a great idea. She's going to love it for life then.
Oh, yeah.
Is an attorney originally from South Charleston, West Virginia. Matt, you've won nearly $80,000 with us so far. Do you have any plans for that money percolating?
Well, my wife and I, we've talked about Australia, New Zealand, places like that. But what I'm really interested in is the NASCAR racing experience.
What is the NASCAR racing experience?
They let you ride along in a NASCAR stock car with a professional driver, or you drive one yourself.
They'll let you drive one?
They let you drive one, get up to 200 miles an hour.
And you've got stock car money. I love this for you, Matt. You have to do this.
I would love to.
Very exciting.
Terrific.
Kelly, it's your board right now. Take a look at what's left. Make a selection for us.
Let's go with When I Grow Up.
When I grew up at
A
800.
rep for this government agency, like Jamie Lee Curtis in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Was the IRS?
Yes.
When I grew up, I want to be for 1,000.
This type of psychologist, just like B.F. Skinner, except I won't raise my kid in an air-conditioned box.
Was behavioral?
Kelly.
What is behavioral?
Yes, we'll take that, behavioralist.
Die Hard.
Die Hard for 800.
A game called Ludus Duodecim Scriptorum, 12-lined game, was the ancient Roman version of this game. That
Was
uses two
backgammon.
dice. Matt.
Was backgammon?
Yeah.
Let's do...
Die Hard for 600.
Referring to its Pop-O-Matic dice device, a board game has used the slogan, "There is more of this in the
Was
bubble."
trouble. Was trouble.
What's trouble?
That's the game.
Let's do Olympic events for...
Olympic
1,000.
events for 1,000.
Your fencing foe must get the point, not the edge. Mask to feet. No translation needed at the Paris Games.
Was épée.
Matt.
What is touche?
Sorry, no. Katie or Kelly? Kelly.
What is épée?
That's the name of the sport, yes.
When I grow up, I want to be 600.
I want to be for
This kind
600.
of scientist, like Ross Geller on Friends, who used the one-word job description, dinosaurs.
Was a
What is
paleontologist.
a paleontologist?
Right.
Final words 400.
Why was for 400.
Pronounced differently, it can mean associated with birth or a former province of South Africa.
Was Natal.
Matt.
What is Natal?
Or Natal, right.
Let's do Olympic
Olympic events for 600.
Be unbelievably proficient with a rope, hoop, ball, clubs, and ribbon.
Was rhythmic
What is
gymnastics.
gymnastics?
Can you be more specific?
With rhythmic gymnastics?
Rhythmic gymnastics, that's it.
Final words 200.
Why was
Refers
for
to the back
200.
or upper surface of an animal, like certain fins.
Was
What
dorsal.
is dorsal?
Olympic
Yes.
events for 400.
Olympic event 400.
Lie on your back on the 50-pound namesake item. Slide into history at about 90
Was
miles per hour.
luge.
Matt.
Was it bobsled?
Olympic event for
Sorry,
200.
bobsled. Katie.
What is luge?
Luge is right.
Olympic event 200.
Not
Performed for
bobsled.
9.58 seconds. Tie world record set in 2009. Point to sky. That's how you win.
100 years is what we're looking
Katie, back to
for.
you.
When I grow up.
Halo for
400.
400. When I grow up, I want to be
Super
for
soldier in the
400.
United Nations Space Command, like Master Chief in this heavenly gaming franchise.
Was Halo.
Matt.
What's Halo?
Yes.
Die Hard 4?
Die Hard for
The
400.
instruction manual for this game listed its contents as 5 dice, dice cup, 10
Was
bonus chips,
Yahtzee.
score
Was
pad.
Yahtzee.
Katie.
What's Yahtzee?
Yahtzee, yes.
Die Hard for
Die Hard
200.
If you want to roll 8 the hard way in craps, your dice need to show these two numbers.
3
Nope.
and 5.
Sorry, no. Matt or Kelly? The hard way would be...
Four fours, we're looking for
Here's
it.
the last
Now
clue.
last
When I
clue.
grow up, I want to be a collector of rare these, like Bill Gates. He dropped $30 million on the Codex Luster.
What books?
Rare books or manuscripts. Yes, 4,200 for you. Nice close game
And
between
Keith
the
gonna
three of you,
start
my love.
first in double
Jeopardy's up next.
jeopardy.
Sponsored in part by
My blood sugar's borderline. New Garlic Healthy Blood Sugar formula helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels with a custom blend of ingredients. I'm taking charge with Garlic.
For pain here or here, Salon Pass patches stick firmly and remove comfortably once your pain is gone. Salon Pass, it's good medicine.
Back in the lead as we move to Double Jeopardy now, but Katie and Kelly playing well too. Here are the new categories, you three. First, a trip to Jamaica. Then we have movie sequels, a little complete the quote, followed by Bloom County, Opus, and Bill the Cat. Katie, start us off.
Okay, Jamaica for 1600.
Jamaica for 1600.
Though the island is known for its Rastafarians, its largest religious group is this numerical Protestant millennialist sect.
What Seventh-day Adventist?
Seventh-day Adventist?
Right.
Jamaica for 2000.
Jamaica's economy is dominated by tourism, remittances, and exports of this mineral, the chief ore of aluminum. Matt.
What is iron?
No.
Sorry, no. Katie or Kelly? What is bauxite?
Bauxite is what we're looking for.
1200.
Jamaica
The
for...
makers of this Bob Marley biopic
Jamaica
found
for
their trail at
1200.
Strawberry Hill, a hotel that's one of the movie's authentic locations.
What's One Love?
What is one love?
Yeah.
Movie sequels for
Let's do
1600.
Sequel 16.
The subtitle of the sequel to this Sandra Bullock film was Armed and
What's
Fabulous.
Miscongeniality?
What's Miss Congeniality?
Right.
Movie sequels for 1200.
1200.
The Matrix sequels all had
Resurrections. I know this one. It was
Reload,
Resurrections.
And in 2021, these. Oh, you didn't see it either. Matrix Resurrections.
Yes.
Katie, back to you.
Okay, complete the quote.
Complete the quote for 1600.
According to Friedrich Nietzsche, if you gaze for long into one of these bottomless basins, it gazes also into
What's the
you.
Abyss?
Matt.
What is the abyss?
Yes.
Let's do
Movie sequels for 2000.
Bruce Campbell gave us the now iconic line, "Give me some sugar, baby," in this Evil Dead sequel. Matt.
Army of the Dead?
No.
No way.
Close, Matt.
Army of Darkness is what we're looking for.
You select.
Complete the quote 2.
A bit of a quote for
Hamlet
2000.
wondered about taking arms against these metaphoric waters, and by opposing, end them. Taking
Sea
up
of
arms
Troubles
against
is what we're looking
Sea of
for.
Troubles.
Blue County for 2000.
Bloom County 2.
Bearing flowers in late fall, this two-word shrub of the eastern U.S. with yellow twisted petals casts a spell against inflammation. Casts a spell? Witch hazel.
Witch hazels we're looking for. Opus for 2000.
This French composer with a hyphenated name loved to travel to North Africa, as heard in his Opus 60, Suite Algérienne.
Camille Sweet
Camille
Saint
Saint-Saëns.
Ian's
These
is what we're
2000
looking
clues are
for.
tough, Matt.
Opus for
Let's do
1600.
Opus for 16.
Premiered in 1948, Arnold Schoenberg's Opus 46 is a survivor from this Polish city's ghetto and includes the Shema prayer.
What's Warsaw?
Warsaw?
Yes.
Complete the quote for 1200.
Complete the quote for 12.
James Brown meant dudes like Clyde Stubblefield when he said he was going to give this musician some before a solo.
Drummers we're looking for.
Matt?
Let's try and build the cat.
Built the Cat for 2000.
Looks like Dr. Patches Adams got himself a CAT scan. That's also called a CT scan. CT short for this. And that heart one costs $6K. CT
Computer
computed
tomography is what we're
Matt,
looking
what's
for.
it?
Build the Cat for 1600.
It sure didn't take the cat long to hoover up $200 worth of the Osetra type of this.
Cavios we're looking for.
Opus 12.
Opus for 1200.
Answer there, a daily
All the daily double. You know what? Let's bet 1,000, please.
I don't know if it affects your wager to not be on such a hot streak, Matt, but you have 6,800 you can put at stake here.
I'm gonna do 1,000.
$1,000 in Opus. Here's your clue. Chopin's Opus 57 is a berceuse, a word for this type of song, thought to be inspired by a little girl named Louisette Viardot. Matt?
What is a polonaise?
Run! We are looking for a lullaby.
After a little girl, but you only lose 1,000. Select again.
Blue County for 1600.
Bloom County 16.
Popular for its vibrant colors, the Dutch type of this flower is grown from a bulb.
Was it Iris?
Iris?
Yes.
Blue County for 1200. All the other daily double.
Answer? Daily double. come second in a close game, Kelly?
Let's do 1400.
1400.
Hey,
That would give you the
1400,
lead if
she
you're
has
right.
to
Here's your
give us
clue
the
in
clue.
Bloom County. Flowers of the star of this Mideastern city bloom in May, not around Christmas. Kelly?
What is the star of...
And she did not get it.
Not around Christmas.
Bethlehem is what we're looking for.
Still a close game. Select.
Let's do...
Boys equals to 800.
John C. Reilly reprised his title voice role in a 2018
Was Ralph?
sequel,
Was
This Guy
Ralph?
Breaks the Internet.
Was Ralph?
Kelly.
Yes.
Yes, Wreck-It Ralph.
Bill the Cat, 1200.
Ralph
I paid
Bill the Cat for
$100 some
1200.
sheets of paper to learn the designs of Akira Yoshizawa in this art. Possums, you owe me.
Was origami.
What is origami?
Yes.
Let's do.
Opposite 800.
Sousa composed the Washington Post March. Johann Strauss II's Opus 279 is the morning paper's This Dance Tune.
Was a waltz?
Katie.
What's a waltz?
It is a waltz.
Okay.
Jamaica for 800.
In 1958, Jamaica joined with several other Caribbean countries in forming the WIF, this regional federation.
Was West Indies Federation?
No.
Oh.
Matt.
What is West Indies Federation?
That's it.
Oh, we're gonna take a look at the cameras at the final chip before final jeopardy. What's Maverick? What's Maverick? What is Maverick? Yes.
Yes.
Complete the quote 8.
About the
Complete the
immorality
quote
of
for
man, Oscar
800.
Wilde wrote, "We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at these." Katie.
What are the stars?
Yes.
Or the stars?
Jamaica for
But
400.
Jamaica for 400.
In 2022, as many in Jamaica wanted to jettison the British monarchy, this couple made a goodwill visit with awkward moments.
What William and Kate?
William and Kate.
Yes, you're back in the lead.
Complete the quote for 400.
4.
In a 1940 film, W.C. Fields says, "On a trek, this wine tool was lost, and we were compelled to live on food and water."
Was a corkscrew?
Right, tied up again.
Okay. Bloom County for 800.
Bloom County for
An
800.
Amsterdam museum of this flower said during its 1600s mania, a single bulb sold for 3 times a merchant's annual income.
Was a tulip?
Correct.
Opposite for 400.
Opus 4.
Paganini wasted no time when he revolutionized music for this instrument with his 24 Caprices, Opus 1.
Was the violin?
What is the piano?
No. Kelly.
What is the violin?
Violin is right.
Bill the Cat,
Bill the Cat for 800.
Not sure how Kitty used my account on this service, advertised by Gronk and the Mannings, but he lost me $150 on the Breeders' Cup. Kelly.
What is DraftKings?
No. Matter, Katie? Kitty.
FanDuel is what we're looking for. Bloom County for 400.
400.
In Bloom County, a stressed Opus enjoyed breaks in a patch of these with the familiar puffy white seed heads.
What dandelions?
That's right. Here's the last clue.
Bill the Cat for 400.
The cat's got me on the hook for $250. After it destroyed a Sutterham ottoman, I bought it this chain. Maybe I'll get an Odorlerga.
Was IKEA?
What is IKEA?
IKEA is correct, and I have one more piece of good news for you, Katie. Our judges have ruled that West Indian
Judges have
Federation
ruled
is
West
also
Indian
right.
Foundation
So you're
scores.
getting $1,600
So
back there.
she is
Here's
correct.
Your Jeopardy category, players.
Why don't you calculate historic names?
Back with the clue. Here's the clue. Some 200 years after her birth, she was awarded the rank of General in Maryland's National Guard on Veterans Day 2024. 30 seconds. Good luck.
Was Harry Tubman. Was Harry Tubman.
Kelly Tway has $5,200 and a response of... Who is Clara Barton? I'm afraid not, Kelly.
Clara Barton, no!
Everything but $1, leaving you with
$21.99, $51.99, she drops the dollar.
Of Harriet Tubman
Harriet
is
Tubman,
correct.
yes!
Of Underground Railroad fame. What did you wager, Matt? He
Everything.
Everything. 18,800. A big lead now. Katie Kornacki needs to get this right.
She gets more than he has retained since. Harriet Tubman also will be enough.
Yes, 9,400 gives her $20,000.
And she is a new Jeopardy